What is good, everybody listening? And welcome back to TWA's official podcast, Heat Check Nation. I'm your host, Chadwick Burton.
And your co-host, Apollo Bryant, a.k.a. Northside Ghost.
And we got a special guest here tonight. He is a two-time world heavyweight champion. Please welcome our guest, Void.
Now, Void, I want to start with your match against Diamond Boy, because that match had a lot of controversy around it. The world brutally attacked Diamond Boy with 2 cold resets, and it left people wondering what the real message was. So from your point of view, do you think that was planned to make sure you walked out still DWA World Heavyweight Champion? Or do you think the world was trying to prove a point to you? Almost like saying, if anybody is going to beat Void, it's going to be me. And at the same time, do you think the world was sending a message to Diamond Boy too? Like maybe telling him he'll never be World Heavyweight Champion and that he should stay where he belongs in the mid-card?
Both questions assume I was paying attention to the world during that match. I wasn't. When you have been in as many wars as I have, you stop tracking every variable in the room. You focus on what is in front of you. Diamond Boy was in front of me. Now, was it planned? No. Nothing about the world is planned. That is the problem with him. He is chaos without architecture. He moves on impulse and calls it strategy. Was he sending me a message? The world does not send messages to me. He sends tantrums. There is a difference. What he did to Diamond Boy was not about Diamond Boy. It was not about me. It was about the world, needing the world to know that the world exists. That is a different problem entirely. As for Diamond Boy staying in the mid-card, I don't make those determinations. The ring does. It already has.
Damn, he def debunked the whole situation for real.
Nah, you right about that, Jack.
Now looking ahead, you got a lot of names either already coming for that championship or waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The World, Fletcher Farr, Diamond Boy again, Kenny Knox, Sinner Walker, DK, Thunderbolt Joe, Zach Wilson, EJ, maybe even Cactus. As the DWA World Heavyweight Champion, should you be worried about this new wave of challengers? Or do you look at them as people chasing something they're not ready to carry yet? And out of all those names, who do you think is the biggest threat to taking that title off your hands?
Worried. I want you to think about what you just asked me. You listed the world, Fletcher Farr, Diamond Boy, Kenny Knox, Sinner Walker, DK, Thunderbolt Joe, Zach Wilson, EJ, Cactus, and asked me if I am worried. Every single one of those men is chasing something. I respect the chase. I do. But there is a difference between wanting a championship and being built to carry one. This title is not a prop. It is not a moment. It is not a story you tell at the end of your career about the night everything changed. It is a weight, a permanent one. And most of those men have not yet learned what it costs. So no, I am not worried. I am observant.
Respectfully, Gangy, he ain't wrong with what he said, though.
Yeah, you right about that. He ain't lying about one single thing for real.
I also want to ask you about the Lord and Lady of the Castle tournament. There's a lot of talent involved, and whoever wins could change the whole direction of DWA. From the people in that tournament, who has impressed you the most so far? And more importantly, who do you personally think should win it? Not who the fans want, not who management might want, but who does Void, the DWA World Heavyweight Champion, believe deserves to become Lord of the Castle?
You want me to pick one? Between Fletcher Farr and Diamond Boy. I cannot. And I say that not because I respect them equally. I say it because neither match has happened cleanly. The world insert himself into our business. Fletcher Farr got his title shot because I gave it to him. As a debt, not as a competition. I have never stood across from either of them in a match with nothing attached to it. No interference, no obligation, no variables. Just the ring, just the title, just us. So I cannot tell you who the bigger threat is, because the data does not exist yet. And I do not speculate. I observe. I conclude. I have not been given the conditions to conclude anything about either of them. What I can tell you is that whoever gets that clean shot first is going to find out something about themselves they were not prepared to learn. And another thing. Apocalypse. I want to be fair. I genuinely do. I am trying. But when I watch that roster, I see men who are very, very excited to be on television. And there is nothing wrong with excitement. Excitement is a fine quality. In a rookie. In someone who just signed their first contract. In someone who has not yet learned that enthusiasm does not win championships. The best wrestlers in TWA are on Crash Out. That is not an opinion. That is not brand loyalty. That is just what happens when you put the serious men in the same building. Apocalypse has moments. Crash Out has standards. I do not say this to embarrass anyone over there. I say it because someone has to be honest. And the men on that roster deserve honesty more than they deserve applause for simply showing up. The winner of the Lord of the Castle tournament is a Crash Out superstar. Don't be surprised about it. Know it was inevitable. Just like me.
No cap, AB. After hearing what Void said, man, I'm hella anticipated to see what we got for Lord of the Castle.
See, I'm saying about that. Not to mention the fact that Void be sending shots to Apocalypse. No cap, we need Crimson's response about this topic he mentioned.
Facts, bruh. Now, final question before we let you go, man. Before we even talk about who's next for your championship, I gotta bring up what happened on Tuesday. You suffered a huge loss against Ja Hawkins, and that's not something people can just ignore. Ja became one of the few people to actually conquer a win over you, similar to what Zach Wilson did before. So how do you respond to people who say that loss proved you're not as untouchable as you claim to be? And does that defeat change your mindset as DWA World Heavyweight Champion? Or does it make you even more dangerous now that people have been reminded you can actually be beaten?
Ja Hawkins beat me. Yes. I will not dress that up. I will not explain it away. I will not tell you the circumstances or the variables or what I had in my mind that night. He beat me. It is in the record. But here is what I need you to understand. And I need you to carry this with you. Because I will not say it twice. Untouchable was never the claim. Inevitable was. Zach Wilson beat me. I'm still here. Ja Hawkins beat me. I am still here. Still champion. Still at the top of this company. Still the man every single person on that roster has to go through. You want to know what that loss did to my mindset? It reminded me that I am not a myth. I'm not a character in someone else's story. I am a man who has to earn this every single time I walk through that curtain. And there is nothing more dangerous in this business than a man who has been reminded of exactly what he is. People who think that loss made me vulnerable are about to learn the difference between a champion who has never been beaten and a champion who has been beaten and kept the title anyway. The closer you get to the light, the greater your shadow becomes. Ja Hawkins brought me closer to the light. Look at the shadow now.
Shit, man. This is what I call dedication at its finest for real. This man said everything with his whole chest and never once lied about it.
Word to bro. Thank you, Void, for this great opportunity to have you in our podcast.
Oh, yes, sir. We def appreciate it, bro.
As always, don't forget to listen up to Heat Check Nation on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Be sure to purchase your tickets for Lord and Lady of the Castle on www.dwa.com/tickets. This is Chadwick Burton
And Apollo Bryant.
wishing to those listening a good night. Learn the game, earn the name. We'll see y'all next time, gangy.